A win tonight in Blacktown will go a huge way to trying to push into that top two. Underway, and Courtney Gum immediately slung off the ball. Crows looking for a free kick. Marinoff extracts it away from the clearance, and Perkins immediately sends it inside 50. Monaghan dropped the mark. McCormick picks it up, handballs it over the top to Sejaneri, and a clever little kick over the top. Eloise, as Eva goes in towards the middle, it's a good kick. McWilliams entered this weekend as the leading goal kicker in the AFLW. She's been overtaken. And a 50-metre penalty. 2018 for Phoebe McWilliams. This to give the Giants the perfect start. Looks a little to the right. And the Crows happy to thump it through for a minor. And the
kick is intercepted by Delpos, who just hurries on the boot, falls.
Surprised about.
So Rebecca Beeson, the youngster, second-year player from the Giants. The kick there, first goal, kicks truly. It's a good start for the Giants. They have their first on the board.
Inside the forward 50 towards Phillips, one-on-one. She's so good at ground level, Phillips. That's no exception. The dribbling kick towards goal. Doesn't have the legs. Well done by Nicola Barr to save the day. McCormick, right place, right time. The middle of the ground. Kick straight back to Foley, though. Repels for the Crows, inside 50. Holmes at the back. Brings it to ground. Phillips is there again. Holmes, Phillips, still trying to work it out inside that forward 50. Randall patted it towards the Crows' advantage in the end. Tully and Eva
He's strong in the contest.
First game back after a hamstring injury kept her out for the first 3 weeks. And that's a sweet finish for Courtney Cramey. Adelaide on the board. That occasion, but it's not an afternoon for ruckman, to say the least. In these very tough conditions. Eva fed out the hand pass, but again, no clear free kick, or clear kick in general. And with just over a minute and a half remaining, both teams locked at 7 apiece. The Giants get a reprieve, though, via a free kick. Ratchich, though, in front. Dropped the mark, cut it off for the Giants. Dalpos sockers off the ground in hope, and that might be the way to go at Blacktown this afternoon. Crows get back in numbers. Socket off the ground by Foley. Met a huge tackle from Staunton. Unfortunately, she just held on a little too long. And a free kick will go against the Irish woman with just under a minute remaining.
She loves to get her hands dirty, and that goes towards Staunton this time. But well done by the Crows. It's hard to see McWilliams up the ground. And this is Ruth Wallace, who gets her arms free, only as far as Bennett, gets it on the boot. It's going to trickle towards the square. But first back will be Stevie Lee Thompson, who has enough time to fumble and then clear the ball for the Crows. And we'll go back to the outer side of the ground. At the back, Smythe, fumbled, but goes at it again. Does well, the young woman in her first game. And there's the siren for quarter time. Does well, gets the front spot, but Tully will get the ball forward, and they've got a bit of time here. Gum's got off Cramey, got a little bit of time, but Cramey does well. Crashes hard, Staunton slides to ground, and will get the free kick for high contact. So we just see her on replay. Oh, just got tripped up and landed flush on the back. Snap. She's been a bit wayward so far this year, but has she worked on it? Brings it around, and that time it works for her.
And I think in the past, the problem has been that she's been hitting the middle of the ball too much because she's been trying to kick it too hard and too far. But that was within striking range, 20 metres out, straight in front. The question I have...
She won't be able to do it. She'll have to take a drop punt. So, look, and that's it.
Socket off the ground by Perkins, gaining some territory. Straight to the hands, though, of Van Hagen. Handballs over the top to Phillips. Looking for from the Coaches Association award for the Crows second. Falls well short and out to the left, but it lands fortuitous goals last week. A couple of crucial goals for the Crows, and McCormick kicks towards goal, but
we'll get the ball inside 50, and it's a tough situation for Stevie Lee Thompson. Staunton keeps going, and then on the left we'll go across the face of goal. Bit of soccer. Bennett has time to gather around the body. It's the post. Just a natural sportswoman in whatever she throws her hand at. As the ball comes out the back, here's Gum on the left. Throws it on the boot. Out of bounds on the full.
To the middle of the ground.
Yeah, a little bit of time and space, which there hasn't been much of this afternoon, but that kick falls short, and Radjic, and then Stevie Lee Thompson will clear the ball, but only as far as Faruja, and falls luckily in the arms of Smythe, who is slung in a tackle. And Perkins, who's happy to clear the area and make it a foot race. Holmes and Barr in a one-on-one. It comes off Barr's toe. And the umpire, yep, has paid the free kick.
That was very clever by Abby Holmes. She used the body well and spots up a beautiful kick.
With that pick up, and here she is again. This time got Sejaneri all over her. Eva, who's been working hard, can't get a clear possession away. Wallace doesn't go far and out of bounds on the full. Good pressure, Alicia Eva.
Close to best on ground so far, Eva, as she was dealt with after the free kick was paid. Giants fans, and there's a fair few of them to go. So there's the wonderful pressure from Eva.
Yeah, I think she just got a hip to the side.
Now Tully throws it on the boot. A one-on-one inside 50. Barclay v Hewitt. Hewitt read it well, but didn't quite pick it up cleanly. Thompson has Hicks for company. And she's called for a throw as well. And the Giants, with 30 seconds remaining, have a golden opportunity. Her first disposal of the afternoon. A goal would be pretty handy. In teeming rain. Accuracy looks good. Didn't quite have the distance, though. Randall to bring it in, just can't turn it over. Phillips, a turnover in the end, and a kick towards goal is just off to the right from Pepper Randall. Up towards half forward. Foot race won here by Mules. Beat Farrugia the ball, but Farrugia with a wonderful tackle.
Don't give away free kicks. And here's Eva, who Kath said had the sore ribs and will zone. So we can see the free kick there, slung off the footy. And Alicia Eva, who just kicked it straight back into the play. Staunton, who Ben's called a few times, continues to keep her feet, screws it around the body. Good effort. The free kick will go to Phillips, who wastes no time. She knows to just get the ball inside 50. Towards Ruth Wallace, double grab, takes the mark. Another former W League soccer star for Adelaide United will come in now for an important goal for the Crows. But once again, it falls short. And once again, McCormack nearly read it. Well, she did read it better than everyone else, just couldn't hold on to the mark. And as you said, Kate, in these conditions, you're never out of the play. The kicks can always fall short. A top off the kick off the ground. Oh, good desperation. Side 50, Holmes, Perkins, and now McCormack, all in a foot race towards the footy. McCormack, can she gather? Does well in these conditions, but good tackle, Monaghan.
Tell you what, they've got to be careful with their discipline here because they've already given away 2 50-metre penalties.
Kick is excellent, but Bevan just dropped it at the wrong time, and she's immediately set upon in a double Giant tackle. Hand pass came out from Sejaneri. Now Foley setting up the defensive wall in her attacking 50. Keeps it alive. Umpire again letting the play go on. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Yet to see a goal. So, later, great tackle. The kick towards the lead of Perkins just fell short at Hetherington for company. Holmes, great body work, got Barr off the ball. Dalpos, cool and composed, and that's a really important kick. Beeson with a bit of space. Towards Gum. One-on-one with Cramey, as they have been all afternoon, and Cramey hasn't left their side. A rare one-on-one win, though, for Gum. Up towards half forward, Barclay and Randall. But there's that intercept ability.
About field position, it's all important, and we're down to under 2 minutes.
Field to win those clearances.
Eva's kick finds Staunton, who is just going to take her time. I'm not sure what she's thinking about doing, but well, she might have a plan because she gets around her opponent, runs to 50. That's going to be ambitious to get that much purchase that far out.
From Swanson.
It is a good mark and gives the Giants one more opportunity to score, but Randall again. Hewitt couldn't get her hands free, and that's holding the ball. Eva knows she's too far out to score, so she looks for a pass. It's a great ball. Oh, dropped by Barclay. Disappointing. It was a great kick from Eva. Oh, and she hasn't had many opportunities just into Barclay, and that was one she was disappointed with. We just see here, it was straight in the breadbasket, and unfortunately dropped it and is given away holding the ball. Inside 50, McCormack, who's been lively down there, hasn't had much of the footy, but she's been dangerous, is able to turn around, go to Perkins in a one-on-one. Can she take the mark? She can't. Wallace, though, with the crumb. Quick snap, great start, Crows. Just the start they needed. And they've bridged the gap to 3 points opening minute of this final term.
Some options. They had some time to do some things. And then to have the small forward at the fall of the ball, Ruth Wallace kicked that really good goal in condition.
She might get the 20.
4 more to go, Lee.
4 to go. We'll keep an eye on that. Del Poss also has been excellent for the Giants as Wallace again on the left. Can she do it? Twice? No. 4th. Monaghan it was actually able to get in and under. Plenty of numbers there. 4th coming through. Staunton was clever, but 4th was just a little bit reckless. And Staunton's got to be careful. You can't just sit the ball on the ground. Cora, throw it back to the Crows player. Oh, she...
at that right arm, right elbow.
Courtney Cramey from about 15 out, keeps it low and has pushed it to the right. She's going to need to do something similar today to get the Giants over the line as Bennett's take on about 3 Crows. Mules feeds back to Cramey, who just had the last shot at goal. This one again goes to the goal line.
To zip in this quarter in favour of the Crows. What have the Giants got left? They're under siege at the moment. Been colossal this afternoon for the Crows. Deep inside 50, in front, Segineri. Punched away from her. Crows still with an opportunity. Dinky little left foot kick towards the goal square. McCormick, right place, right time. Just off to the left.
The grabs now. Oh, Gum straight off the bench. Straight into the action. Couldn't gather. Phillips. It's a hop footy to win. Beeson, get it onto the boot. Does, but only as far as Randall. There's a bit of confusion. There's plenty going on. Marinov and Bennett. Well done, Bennett. Had Marinov coming the other way. Stood her ground. And now Bevan. Only as far as Eva. So it's all happening at the moment. Staunton at the back. Marinov, who's worked so hard this game for the Crows. Staunton comes through, takes her out, no free kick. The Giants have Bennett in a bit of space. Can she get to the footy before Foley? Foley does well, and he's happy to concede a behind.
Pepper Randall brings it inside 50 for the Giants. Big mark from Barclay. She's 50 metres out, 2 for out to score. She has a couple of Giants working in the right forward pocket. Right to the line this will go. Right place, right time. Foley saved the day just before, and she's won herself a free kick, put her head on top of the ball. Certainly not as prominent as her return game last week, but she's still having an influence. Her soccer was good, her tackle even better on Gum, and gets the Crows moving forward. Marinoff up towards Wallace. McCormick was there, so was Wallace. Clean pickup. Ruth Wallace has played a wonderful last quarter. Hetherington v Perkins inside 50. The Giant goes back with time and a clever kick over the top to Swanson.
Crucial clearance, and the Giants win it through their skipper, Farrugia. Here's Staunton again. She's been dangerous. Can't get her foot to the ball. And now plenty of numbers. Barclay, who took that mark moments ago, might be important. McWilliams, plenty of Giants here. Eva, Gum, a mark to be had. Coming through, Schmidt, who kicked 2 crucial goals last week.
Had a couple of draws last year in AFLW 01. None so far in 2018. Could we see the first one this afternoon? Marinoff might have something to say about that. Metcalf's kick was smothered. Wallace attacked it hard. So did Staunton. She's in there again, the Irishwoman. Umpire lets the play go on. Some seriously tired bodies pounce on top of the ball in Blacktown. Who will step up? Segineri clears it for the Crows up towards half forward. McCormick has 2 Giants to beat. She soccers it forward. Important opportunity here for Jenna McCormick. She has Swanson for company, and Swanson was excellent. Kick over the top, intercepted. Van Hagen with 30 seconds remaining. Up towards the half-forward line. Huge play, huge mark. The skipper stands up for the GWS Giants, and it might be hard for either team to score now.
And I don't think either side want to draw. They need a win. Can the Giants get something going? We're down to 10 seconds. It might be difficult from here. They're going to need to pull something out. It's going to be unlikely as the ball will trickle out of bounds. And it's going to be the first draw of the year. So it's taken to round 4. But we have our first draw here at Blacktown International Sports Park as the exhausted bodies from both teams help each other up, look at each other, take some deep breaths and think what could have been.